Hey everyone, I hope everyone's having a good day. Today we're going to be talking about Conquest of Azeroth PvP tier list. Last time I did a PvP tier list, I did that last year for Bronzebeard Classic WoW, and it was very well received. I got a lot of positive reviews on it. It was only like 2% or 3% of people that didn't agree with the list, but majority of everybody, agreed with the PvP tier list that I did before, and I'm bringing that same content here with this video. With anything when it comes to PvP tier list, um, it always depends on the player skill cap. So there might be a character that is actually in the trash tier that's not a very good character, but in a pro player's hands and a really skilled player's hands, they can make that trash character into like an S tier plus. So please keep that in mind while we're going over this PvP tier list. Because everyone's experiences are different, everyone's skill is different, um, and so forth and so on. I will be leaving all the links in the description below, and it will be in alphabetical order. So you can just hover over the video and it'll be all time stamped and well organized. So let's get straight to the PvP tier list. First, we're going to start off with the Barbarian. Brutality is pretty busted, super broken. Their decapitation and the whole setup with Crush. When they pop off, they'll go really super crazy and destroy a lot of people. So you got to be very careful when it comes to that. Next is the headhunting. It's going to be S tier plus as well, right below brutality. These guys are really strong with their healing. They can kite you forever, do a lot of damage, and they have a lot of mobility. Very, very annoying to deal with if you're a melee class. Um, Very hard struggle to fight against headhunters, headhunting class. Next tier list is Ancestry. I have not seen that, so I will not comment that at all. The next class is the Bloodmage. The accused is the white vampire melee DPS for the Blood Mages. With these guys, I'm gonna put them in the D tier. They're not trash tier, but I'm gonna put them in the D tier. Very good players will be able to kite them and DPS them down pretty heavily, pretty easily. Um, they're really struggling pretty bad, but in the hands of a good player, I've seen it. I've lost to it a few times. They can, if they know how to play it correctly, they will, just wither you down and you will die. So these guys are pretty good and in a very skilled player's hands. Flesh Reaver, these guys, I'm gonna put them in the B tier. Um, the Flesh Reavers are decent in that area. Eternal is the white werewolf that is a tank. I'm gonna put them in the C tier. They do pretty decent. It's the same scenario with the accused. They can just wither you down until there's nothing left, and they're very annoying to deal with their self healing. And last but least for the Blood Mage is Senjuin. These guys are super busted broken. I'm going to put them actually above Brutality. Gotta move that a little bit up. These guys are really, really super strong. They can 2v1 in arena pretty easily. I believe they got buffed, so their DPS is out of control and their self healing is out of control. They're really, really super good, and their CC is pretty quite annoying to deal with. Um, Especially, I forgot what it is. I think it's their slow, and yeah, these guys are super annoying. Um, Definitely S tier plus right now. These guys are super good. Infinite is super insane. I'm going to put that above brutality and headhunting on the barbarian. There's a really cool guy that I see in the arena when I do solo queue most of the time. Uh, so in the right player's hands, what this infinite Chronomancers can do. They'll, play dumb. They're basically waiting for an opportunity, just playing dumb. And once they see that opening and they know that you're 100% screwed and you have nowhere to go, they're going to pop their cooldowns and they're going to turn into this big elemental, greater elemental Maelstrom, and they're going to throw these chromatic shards at you, and you will die and you will get deleted. Um, yeah, infinite on the Chronomancers are no joke. They will delete you, especially if they know how to set it up correctly and they know that you have no other options. They will definitely destroy you. Um, the Artificer, I'm going to put that in the trash tier. They run out of mana really quickly. They're very squishy. Their CC is not that good. And 9 times out of 10, they're just getting destroyed. The time healers for the Chronomancer is A plus. They're doing pretty decent. I've seen them be able to handle Reapers and Runemasters, which is a very tough feat to beat. But they're doing a really good job in that department with their healing. Now we're gonna move to the Cultists. The Heretic is definitely D tier with their healing. One of the worst healers right now, in my opinion. Uh, they're not that great. Corruption is pretty fun. I'm gonna put Corruption in the S tier, maybe bottom S tier, but I'm gonna just put it top S tier. They're very, very strong. They have a setup where they could just wait for opportunity and they can kill you. Very, very strong class. The only issue is that they can run out of mana really quickly, and the cultists use Insanity Tap, so they can definitely get infinite mana. But the problem with Insanity Tap is one that you actually have to spend 20 Insanity to use Insanity Tap, and on top of that, it's on a global cooldown. So it would be really nice if it would the sanity tap will be like at least 10, and it's not on a global cooldown. Then the cultists will be definitely S tier plus or above. But the whole uh, micromanaging your mana for the cultists is very super annoying, and it's very hard to deal with. It's not fun at all. The Dreadnought is trash tier. Every time I've seen someone try to PvP with the Dreadnought, it just gets destroyed. I never see them win at any battles or anything that they do. Every time I see a Dreadnought, they always lose at all given time. The next character is the Godblades. They have a really cool setup. I'm going to put them A tier plus. Um, So they have like, opportunity window where they'll just pop all their macros and they'll just one shot you, or they'll do their best to do that, or two shot you. In my case, they do a lot of damage, but they're very easy to kite. And the same issue as before that I mentioned is that they run out of mana. So that's something to look out for. Next, we're going to run into the Felsworn. The Felsworn Infernals are super broken at the moment. I'm going to put them above Senjuin. I gotta move it here into here. Yeah, they're popping off right now. They're doing a lot of DPS. They're really hard to kill. They have a lot of good mobility for the Infernal Felsworn. Very super busted. Um, the slaying for the Infernal is super busted at the moment too. I'm going to put that above the Senjuin for the Bloodmage. Super strong. They can. I have to say that their damage is on par with the Warden. Uh, when they get on top of somebody, they'll just destroy somebody in 2 seconds. The Tyrant is not that great. I'm going to put that in the D tier. It's not completely trash because they can do something and they can win some battles here and there, but they're not that great in general. Gladiator right now is bottom A tier. Actually, no, I'm going to put it top B tier. Uh, they're very easy to get kited, and they only have like one great good opening and if a really good player will notice that opening and they'll just get out of the way and not deal with it with fighting the gladiator. So very easy to kite. So if you like the arms warrior experience where you're always getting stuck in place by a frost mage, Nova, and you can never do anything, and you're always being CC'd forever, the gladiator is for you. Vanguard, I have not seen, and Inspiration, I have not seen on the Guardian. So we're going to skip those two. The Knights of Xoroth, these guys are very, very strong. In a very good player's hands, I'm going to put it S tier, actually above Corruption. When it comes to war, they can just go in super ham, super fast on their mount, and catch players off guard. That's the right thing for them to do. They're all about speed and just trying to wail on somebody really quickly and just end the fight quickly. So it's a really cool class in that regard. But when all their CC and all their cooldowns are down, they're pretty much easy to kite and easy to deal with. So all their cooldowns and stuff, very very good. But when their cooldowns are down, they're easy to deal with. Hellfire, uh, I'm gonna put that in the A tier, bottom A tier. Very very strong, but it needs some work to be done with the Hellfire class. When it comes to Defiance, I've seen these guys do pretty good, so I'm gonna put them on the bottom B tier. Um, I don't know how they're doing it, but they summon like the little imps and stuff like that. But yeah, I've seen them do pretty good, decently above average. That's for sure. So they're bottom B tier. For the Necromancer, Death is C tier, bottom C tier. They do okay. Animation is definitely S tier plus, bottom S tier plus because they got nerfed, so it's really easy to kill their ghouls, and people know how to kite them and all that stuff. So you know, but sometimes the Necromancer is a really good Necromancer player. I'm one of those good Necromancer players. They know how to get around people kiting them and killing their pets and stuff like that. So bottom S tier for the animation class. When it comes to rhyme, I'm actually going to put that between the Felsworn. Uh, they're very, very strong at the moment. I had one guy I was testing with my melee character, and this guy had like this setup where he was just permanently CCing me like with Gulify, and then freezing me in place like back and forth. It was really super annoying to deal with. It was very hard out to catch up to him, and I was playing the Godblade, so I was using the Empire of the Grasp, and that was still not helping me at all. Um, yeah, every time you see a Rhyme Necromancer, they're always doing super damn good. Um, Very good class. Uh, so yeah, they're definitely S tier plus. The Windwalker class, these guys are super busted. Their healing is way out of control. I'm gonna put them above. Yeah, they're definitely top of the food chain when it comes to their mechanics. So not only that they have good mobility, good DPS, decent CC, they have this insane, crazy healing, self healing, and they can heal their allies as well. It's super broken and out of control. They should not have that much utility for a DPS class. The Mountain King I have not seen, so we're going to put that in the bottom. The Groove Keepers are very strong in healing. I'm going to put that above the Barbarians. The Grove Keepers are really good at their healing job at the moment. Very cool to see them. It's really fun to have them as a arena partner, that is for sure. Geomancy, I'm going to put that bottom S tier. They're very strong with their mechanics and bursts, but there's other classes that the Inferno, um, the Warden, and other classes have better burst than the Geomancy. So that's bottom S tier. Moving on to the Pyromancers, um, Draconic. These guys are definitely C plus, C plus or B bottom. Oh, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, they're definitely top C. Their DPS is pretty cool. Their mechanics are cool, but they're missing a lot of utility, and they're pretty much luster. So pretty much just average when it comes to the Draconic. Flame Weaving is definitely A tier. I'm going to put it bottom A tier when it comes to the healing. Incineration, these guys are super good, and especially their explode DPS. Um, I, it's a hard choice where to put them at. I'm going to put it right next to Infinite or above Infinite. They're very strong with their CC, their damage output, even their self healing is super good. So very good class to play. Next is the Ranger class. The Forest Rider I have not seen yet. Barrage right now, these guys are the top of the food chain for one reason only is that their decoy strike. It can one shot somebody, so it's a one uh, one punch man death. These guys are super busted and broken. Let's see, gotta move the mouse a little bit. So uh, if they eventually nerf decoy strike, these guys will actually go to the bottom trash tier because they have nothing else going on for them. The only thing that's going for them is their one shot ability to decoy strike. So that's where they're at the moment. Next is the archer. Pretty much trash. They're very easy to catch up to them. They don't have good mobility. Their damage is not good, and they're very easy to deal with. So definitely trash tier. Domination. Now we're gonna move to the Reaper class, the most broken, busted class in the game at the moment. So Harvest is out of control. So we're gonna put that right there above Windwalker. Soul's busted too, and Domination is the tank version of the Reaper, which is S plus when it comes to PvP. The Reaper class is super easy to play, super busted broken class. I have no idea why to decide to buff them even more. Um, yeah, I don't. I have no idea what why they would buff Reapers even more. But hey, it is what it is, right? There's nothing you can do about it. So yeah, Harvest, Soul, Domination, Reapers in general, super busted, broken class. The next class is the Runemaster. So the first one is the Rift Blade, and they're going to be right behind the Reaper Soul. I'm going to put them up there. When it comes to the Rift Blade, it's basically this class wants to be Final Fantasy VII Cloud with Oni Slash, and they're basically rogues. So all they do is they go into stealth, they try to do their one shot kill loop macro. If that does not exceed, they will just re-stealth and just do it again until you die. So you literally can't even play the game. And even if you're in arena and you grab the eye to detect invisibility, that's still not going to save you because they're going to just pretty much just troll you in place, and they're just going to keep doing their loop over and over again, especially a good player. Very super annoying to deal with. 2v2, it's more manageable to deal with them. But yeah, everyone that plays a Rift Blade is all a Cloud player or Final Fantasy. They just want to be Cloud. They just want to play Cloud in a Final Fantasy game. If that makes sense to you. Glyph is pretty strong, so I'm going to put that up A tier plus. Uh, they can do a one-shot macro and kill you, so you have to be very careful to not get hit by that. So it's best to pillar hug these guys, but they're very, very strong. Engravement is strong too. I'm going to put that on bottom S tier. Engravement can go out of control really quickly, and everything can be like everything's fine, like they're doing no damage, and then all of a sudden you're dead, and you're just like, what the hell just happened to me? So that's engravement in a nutshell. Next to the most broken MVP class in the game is Starcaller. So Moon Priest is busted. I'm gonna put that above Grove Keeper in the healing section. Moon Priest is busted. Sentinel is busted. So I'm gonna put that in A plus above Barbarians. They can permanently slow you. They have good mobility. They have really good mana ramp. Their DPS is out of control, and yeah, they can just permanently kite you. It's really annoying to deal with these guys. Uh, Now, next is the Warden. The Warden is the number one. No one will replace the Warden right now. They have an ability called the Avatar of Vengeance, where they turn into like a Shadow Medivh. She's like a character in Warcraft 3. She was one of my favorite characters back in the day. A hero class that you can play in an RTS game. So you turn into her, and then you just go super out of control and kill people with Astral Blade. You know, just teleport, kill people. It's super insane. Busted when it comes to the Warden. So these guys are the number one out of everybody else, top of the food chain. So they will take the number one spot for the rest of this video. They're super busted, super broken, and yeah, yeah, super insane. Um, Recently the Moon Guards have been like pretty much uh how can I say this? Super buffed to the point that they're super annoying. So they are definitely S tier above Reapers. And this is a tank class. They can permanently slow you, they can permanently heal, they cannot die, and they will just wither you to death. It's super busted and it's cheap, and it's pretty much cheating at this point. So and now everyone's switching to the Moon Guard right now. That's why you're seeing a lot of the Moon Guard class, and people are just abusing this class altogether in general. The next class is the Stormbringers. Lightning is B tier plus. They got nerfed pretty heavily, so they're not doing too well. Malstorm, average C plus. And wind is trash. It's not doing so great. I feel sorry for the Stormbringers. A few weeks ago they were super good, and now they're not. So um, to do really good in arena, you have to work extra hard when it comes to the Stormcallers. Next, we're going to move to the Sun Clerics, the Seraphim. Um, this is definitely trash. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Uh, D tier plus. They're very good tanks, and they can do some crazy mechanics. I was thinking of the Black Knight. Uh, Next is the Valkyrie. I'm gonna put that in the C tier. The reason why I'm putting it in the C tier, and I don't know why, this is my issue, because I'm actually a main Valkyrie player. I was actually, last year one of the best Valkyrie players on the servers in beta testing. They removed a lot of the really cool tools that the Valkyrie used to have. They used to have a spear that we could chuck at people. Um, yeah, they had a lot of really cool mechanics back in the day, but now they like reworked the Valkyrie class and this whole weird Val system mechanic. So, and they gave the Valkyrie a channeling ability as a melee class. So if you're a melee class and you have to depend on channeling, that's a very bad concept. That does not go well at all. Channeling spells should be for ranged classes only, not for melee. So yeah, they gave the Valkyrie channeling spell. Their arms warrior experience, so you can get permanently kited. Um, and plus, yeah, you just get kited around and killed. And by the time that you get to somebody and you try to burst them down, you're gonna already be dead by the time that you can do that. Unfortunately, as much as I wanted to be S plus and S or S plus, they're not doing so well. You have to work really hard to make it work. So they're pretty much going to be a C tier class, just average. The next class is going to be Piety. Piety is super busted. I'm going to put that right above. Actually, no. I'm going to put that below the Reapers. The reason why I'm putting it below the Reapers, it can handle the Runemasters. So I'm gonna put it right above the Runemaster Riftblade. Uh, so these guys are super busted with their flares. I play a Piety Sun Cleric, and it's just so awesome to spray and pray. And I'll let people speak for me, and I'll even leave a video link in the bottom of you can judge me from my PvP. That's how people are nowadays. People are narcissistic human beings, so people judge you on how good you are with the class and if you're good at all. So I'm gonna leave a link um, in the video, and you guys can judge my PvP skills. People play against my Sun Cleric all the time, and they're just like, yeah, a lot of people are like, man, playing a busted character. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off topic with that, but super busted class, really fun to play. Blessing is the most busted healer in the game right now. I'm going to put it above Piety. Their healing is top notch, and they are the number one healer above everybody else. Now to the Templars. The Templars have got a massive buff change. So before they were B tier, but now the Templars are ruling the world, and they are doing better than the Reapers. That's really cool to see. The Crusader, they basically have so many ways to kill you. If they you you could die by horse, they'll just trample you to death, or by super heavy damage. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, they're super busted. Next is Zealot. These guys are super busted, but they're only S tier plus. Oathkeeper, I have not seen yet, so I'm gonna put it in the not seen tab. Now we're gonna talk about the Tinkers. First, we're gonna talk about the mechanic. These guys were super S tier plus, very hard to deal with the tank meta, but now they're just S tier at the moment. Um, yeah, I'll put it S tier at the top. The next class is Invention. Their healing is pretty good. I'm going to put it at the bottom S tier. Uh, Demolition is next. These guys are actually doing really well, so I'm going to put it right above the Moon Priests with their damage DPS. So the Demolition is S tier plus when it comes to the Tinker. Next, we're going to talk about the Venomancer. Fortitude is the worst class you can play in the game right now. Every time I see a tank Fortitude Venomancer, they are the worst class in the game. They just always lose. They always get deleted. They do not do good at all. Um, yeah, they just absolute trash. The worst class in the game right now. So I highly advise not playing that class in PvP. The visors are really good at healing. I'm gonna put it right above the invention when it comes to healing. Rot Reavers are super good. I'm gonna put it in the S tier plus or top plus. No, no, they're definitely S tier. I'm gonna put it right below War. When it comes to DPS, if they are DPSing you down, it's a race against time when it comes to the Rot Reavers. So every time you fight a Rot Reaver, just remember that you're racing against the time when it comes to killing these guys. So you do not want to fight these guys for long. You want to kill them quickly and very fastly. Stalking is next. So stalking has became a mega powerhouse. They are doing way better the Reapers at the moment, which is very surprising. They just came out of the woodwork. I think they got buffed recently in the patch notes. So now they're just basically destroying everybody, 2v1ing people in an arena. There's very good players, even non-good players, just making this class work. So they're very super strong at the moment. Brewing is super strong. I'm going to put that on A tier plus when it comes to the healing. Yeah, this is the Witch Hunters. Not Witch Hunter, sorry, the Witch Doctor. Yeah, S tier plus for sure. S tier plus for sure. I had a thing for a moment because I had to make sure double like all my experience when it comes to the brewing healers because they're rare to deal with, but when you do fight them, they're very annoying to deal with. So yeah, definitely S tier plus. They have really good CC. When it comes to the voodoo, these guys are D tier. They're just not really good when it comes to range DPS. Shadow Hunters are super busted and broken. Um, they're way more stronger than the Crusaders. Everyone is playing a Shadow Hunter with their totems. It's just so annoying to deal with. They're super busted. And especially in a good player's hands, just good luck because they will just CC you down and do a lot of DPS to you, and you will die. And for last, the very last class is the Witch Hunters. Um, the Black Knight, you'd be surprised, but I've seen Black Knights pop off, man. They do kick ass pretty well. So I'm gonna put that at least bottom A tier. The Black Knight for the Witch Hunters are pretty damn good. My experience, every time I see a Black Knight, they're doing really well in PvP. Inquisition is bottom S tier. Their DPS is pretty cool. Their mobility and their CC is pretty great to see. Bolt Slingers are top S tier plus. And BGs, they always kill a lot of people in BGs, but when it comes to arena, they're not so great. And last but least is the Houndmasters. I'm gonna put that right above Demolition. Houndmasters are really busted when it comes to PvP. Um, they're really good in arena, in my experience. But so yeah, this is my PvP tier list. We have the Warden, the Brigard, Moonguard, the Shadow Hunter, Crusader, Stalking, Harvest, Soul, Blessing, Piety, Riftblade, Windwalker, Infernal, Rhyme, Slaying, Sinjuin, uh, Incineration, Infinite, Houndmaster, Demolition, Moon Priest, Grove Keeper, Grove Creeper, sorry, Grove Grove Keeper, Sentinel, Headhunting, Brutality, Animation as S tier plus. For the S tier, it's going to be Bolt Slinger, Brewing, Mechanic, Zealot, Domination, War, Rot Reaver, Corruption, Geomancy, Engravement, Visor, Invention, and Inquisition. There, that is the S tier. For the A tier, we're gonna have Glyph, Godblade, Time, Hellfire, Flame Reaving, Black Knight. For the B tier, it's going to be Lightning, Gladiator, Flesh Reaver, Defiance. For the S tier, it's going to be Valkyrie, Maelstrom, Draconic, Internal, and Death. For the D tier, it's going to be Seraphim, Accused, uh, Heretic for healing, Tyrant, and the Voodoo range DPS. And for the trash tier characters, the worst of the worst in the game currently is going to be Wind, Artificer, Dreadnought, Archer, and Fortitude. And the ones that I have not seen is Ancestry, Vanguard, Inspiration, Mountain King, Far Strider, and Oathkeeper. So that is my complete tier list. I hope I nailed it pretty well. I know I stuttered and said words, whatever. It is what it is. That's that real human, authentic content that we all want. The no AI. Since we're going back to caveman days, uh, you know what I'm saying. Like you know, we have to be human again. We have to go back to the caveman days and just be just like this. So my final thoughts in PvP, my final verdict when it comes to Conquest of Azeroth. I'm very disappointed. I'm very sad, to be honest with you, because last year, the state of Conquest of Azeroth, I think that was perfect. I don't think they need to do anything different. I think they had everything perfect the way that they had it last year. Um, in my opinion, all the classes were pretty much done last year. But now what they did is that they just did a lot of reworks and they added like super extra things, and things are way out of control. And you can look at my older videos and you can see I mentioned that Conquest of Azeroth was the best PvP experience, the most balanced. Like it's the best current state of WoW PvP in history last year. A lot of people that did play all the closed beta and the open beta, they will tell you that PvP was super great and super well balanced and in really good state, to be honest with you. And now, I'm pretty much disappointed. PvP is all over the place. I have faith in the devs too, so I've been playing WoW Ascension for almost 5 years now, which is super crazy. But the developers, to give you context, to keep your hopes up, because they really do balance PvP a lot. Dark Moon server is basically a Magic the Gathering draft, and you build your custom character off cards, and that gets out of control really, really quickly, and it's basically impossible to balance all those draft cards. Um, and even though that it's super impossible and there's like millions and millions of different combinations that you can build your broken character and just wreck everyone in PvP, um, the developers will still, balance the PvP when it comes to wild card. And I remember there was one time last year, it was like a major overhaul PvP balance patch, and I was super shocked that they're even trying to attempt to balance wildcard. So if they can balance wildcard, they can definitely balance Conquest of Azeroth. So just at the current state right now, and all the drama with the WoW Rico charge and Blizzard suing WoW Ascension, they have a lot of stress in their plate. Um, it might take a while for them to actually balance PvP, but we got to be very grateful that WoW Ascension is going against the tyrants and these mega corporations. Um, it's really great to see that this is the last standing, real, authentic human contact of just real people, because WoW retail is just heartless, it's soulless. There's nothing there. No one's happy, and it's basically hell. Like that's the way I see it when it comes to WoW retail. Like I no, I want to stay away from it. It's just very cold. It's very corporate. There's no life in it. There's no like the cool thing about Conquest of Azeroth, you get the good and the bad. There's a lot of haters, a lot of trolls, and there's a lot of positive people. Even with the haters and the very negative people, you, that's still real human content, real human authentic content. I don't know how to explain it, but it's something to appreciate because in the world that we live in today, everything is just turning super fake and you don't know what's real anymore. So that's all I have to say about that. So yeah, so this is my PvP tier list. I hope it was accurate. I hope that this helped you guys figure out what class that you want to play, and you all have a good day. Peace out.